The Chicago Bulls suffer a embarrassing fourth quarter collapse against the Indiana Pacers to lose to that team for the third time this season, the worst team in the NBA per record. We're going to talk about that. Plus, can the Bulls get these wins in 3 straight games against the Miami Heat? We'll talk about it all and more right after this.
You are Locked On Bulls, your daily Chicago Bulls podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Thank you for tuning in to Locked On Bulls, member of the Locked On Podcast Network, where it's your team every single day. Coming in at the last minute, there's Pat, the designer, host, and creator of the Windy City Breeze, and host of the Chicago Bears podcast over at ESPN 1000. I'm Haize, host and creator of Chicago Bulls Central, Chicago Bears Central YouTube pages and podcasts. Pat, man, Pacers game, bro. How'd you feel about that fourth quarter, man?
A lot of the same issues show up in the fourth quarter. A lot of the same questions I've been asking. I dropped a video yesterday, just sitting on the couch, and it was just like, this is what I mean when I say who's going to maintain the standard. Just defensively fell apart. I mean, stopped helping weak side, gave them way too many easy 3-point looks. Closeouts were terrible. Like, it wasn't like you made the game tough for the Pacers to come back in. Like, I can live with, like, wow, they really played a hard-fought game down the stretch and they forced their way back in, and you were maintaining a standard and you were going after it, but they played better basketball than you. They didn't play better basketball than you. You stopped playing basketball. I don't – this is my biggest issue with this team, is that they don't – there's no consistency, and it cracks me up when we hear AK talking about, we want to add to a team that can make the playoffs. To do what? To go get whooped? Because there's nobody on this team that is going to tell you that was not okay. There's nobody who's going to be speaking up in practice. There's nobody who's going to be sitting there after the game and go, we can't do that again. Because we've seen them do it so many times every single week. This is who this team is. So you want to add to them to go get in the first round and get your butts kicked? Go ahead, have fun. But it ain't going to get you where you're trying to go.
I mean, I can't say that it won't, because, again, playoffs is about getting the young players experience. But I will say this. It wasn't just the players. Like Billy Donovan,
terrible.
His inability to draw up an inbound plays, bro. When it went down to the stretch, initially when the Pacers went up by 1, but the Bulls had they were going to get the last shot. I literally was live and I said, they're not going to do it, because Billy Donovan is terrible about drawing up inbounds plays.
Now we can't kill him though, because the one that Vooch hits the game, which could have been the game winner on, was a good inbound play.
Well, no, that was the one before they go up by 1. That's when we were up by 3.
No, because Vooch puts up the 3 to put us up by 1 at the end of the game. Was it 1 or 2?
I think
it was 1, because they made the layup after that to go back up 1. And then Josh Giddey threw it right into the face of the defender, which I don't know what the heck that was.
That it worked out. But I'm talking about the last one before we got the foul call. And then we had to do it again, and then it was the Kobe at the rim. The play right before that.
That one was terrible. That play was terrible.
The play that I'm talking about.
That
inbounds play was terrible. It was bad. It was like, and again, it's not just Billy Donovan. It's also on the player execution of it, because the players didn't look confident in the call either. Like, when they were out there, they looked like it was like when the Pacers fouled them, it was almost like, thank God, because I had no idea where I was supposed to go with the ball next.
Yeah.
And then
that play I did look at, I ain't gonna lie to you, that looked like Kobe was like, my time.
Well, no, that's the one at the rim when Kobe got to the rim. And that was another stupid one.
Because that one looked like it didn't matter what was called in the huddle. He was like, get me this ball. It's my time. We're gonna go out here and go home.
Like, Kobe was just like, the thing that Giddey does it, Kobe does it. The only one that doesn't do it from our guards is Io. Trey even does it sometimes, but not to the same degree. But Giddey and Kobe, this thing that they do where they're like, oh, I'm about to make the refs call this. It fails just take the ball, try to score the basketball, go through contact, and you'll probably get the foul call. But this thing that Kobe and Giddey do where they're like, you see, I'm going up for the layup, call the foul. And it's like, what are you doing?
He definitely didn't go in aggressive enough. And honestly, the Pacers just made a really good play. I think that was that Jay Huff on that one? By the way, have you ever noticed Jay Huff can't dunk normal? Every time you saw how he got past everybody and then did a reverse dunk for no reason. That's the only way he can dunk.
That's hilarious.
I have watched enough Jay Huff highlights in basketball to know that he has never dunked normal. He always goes up and under and does a reverse on people.
That's funny.
It is hilarious to me. But no, like, listen, that game to me is indicative of who you are. And like, it's sad to say at this point, it lets you know that more times than not, and I think this is my biggest issue with AK's plan here, you don't have anybody that's going to speak up. You don't have anybody that's going to say, there's no way we can do this again.
No, they have players. We've heard them. They say it. The problem is that the people saying it be the ones making the mistake. Like you said, Josh Giddey talks about it all the time. He threw the ball. I
didn't understand it.
Josh Giddey is such a good passer. I want to be clear here. But since he's come back from injury, Pat, that passing ain't been, it has not been something that is, maybe it's his timing or whatever. But that one, I was so disappointed by that because Josh Giddey can thread a needle for a pass. That was bad as hell.
And you were throwing it to Vooch.
Yeah.
I didn't understand it. But listen, it doesn't come down to that. I mean, like, it comes down to your failures throughout the entire fourth quarter. And there were a ton of them. Too many turnovers, too many bad defensive possessions. And then the Bulls, of course, they go through these scoring droughts, and it's just like, all right, we'll get something easy. Don't keep chucking up three. There's another three.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's when the pressure gets highest, the Bulls turn back into who they normally are. Now, the thing about it is, in clutch games this year, they actually have a winning record. They're 16-12 now in clutch games, and you have seen them be better than that. But these are clutch games that are clutch games because the Bulls have been bad. That's a different scenario, right? Some of these are clutch games because you're playing a tough team down to the wire. How they played Houston, clutch game. You played a tough team down to the wire, and they gave you everything. You gave them everything, and it's just better team.
I wonder what the percentage is on clutch games that are clutch because the Bulls took their foot off the gas in the fourth quarter. Because
it's got to be 10 of them.
Cool for you to get a clutch win, but it shouldn't have been a clutch win if you would have just executed the entirety of the game.
There has to be 9 or 10 of them, bro. Like, realistically, and that's exactly where I was going. It's like, it's good that you have a winning record, but you have a winning record because the Wizards game was the Bulls letting the foot off the gas. What's the other one? To a bad team. We didn't beat Brooklyn off a game winner. The other Vooch game with Portland,
I think. Yeah.
Portland, we were up 20. Like, I get it. A 20-point lead can evaporate like that in the modern NBA. But in Portland, we were up 20 with like 6 minutes to go. And it turned into a clutch game. That's unfortunately, that is the kind of team that you have built. And I can't see a team that goes on and does better than that. And maybe you get some fun wins, but I'll tell you what, you're going to continue to get some heartbreaking losses and find yourself sitting at home.
Well, the problem with the Bulls is the same problem that it's been, right? Is that they compete against these winning teams. But you drop the gimmies, and then still, even against the winning teams, you make it more interesting. Like, it's just there isn't a consistency with this team, and that's going to be the thing that continue bites them in their ass because they're just there's not a consistent level of play. There's not a consistent level of coaching. Something got to give. But again, I don't know if I trust AK to make the difficult decisions at the end of the season. Like, we're going to talk a little bit about trade stuff.
Oh, I don't. That's not even a part of the conversation, bro.
What would be more surprising to you, Pat? Let's say, what would be more surprising to you? The Bulls make a move that does help them win. Let's say they do make a move, and I know you look at everything as star. Like, I'm not saying star acquisition, but they do make a move at the deadline that we're like, okay, you added some distinct talent, or that they actually fire Billy Donovan at the end of the season.
I think it's more likely they fire Billy Donovan at the end of the season than add a piece that helps them win.
There's no way they're firing Billy Donovan.
Yeah, 100%. Like, then add a piece that helps them win. Because, again, like, I don't look at this team as talentless.
They're not.
I don't look at the Bulls as talent. Ayo Dosunmu is third in three-point shooting in the NBA right now. Josh Giddey is now he's got to get his feet back under him, but he is a triple double threat every single night. Nikola Vucevic has gotten himself playing some decent basketball. I saw much trying to put last night's game on Vooch. I said, brother, that was solid defense at the rim. The up and under over the head of Vooch. Like, that's a tough play.
He had some tough defensive moments at the end of that game too,
100%.
but it wasn't all terrible. But his defense especially when with him. The thing, we should never see a pick and roll defensive moment from Kobe. Those are the two worst pick and roll IQ defenders that we have on the team.
Well, that's the problem.
That forces Kobe and Vooch into a pick and roll. They're going to score. They're going to score every single time.
That's the problem. Is we can sit there and go, oh, everything's Vooch's fault. Well, it's very tough for Vooch to step up in the paint when Kobe's man is just streaking past him, high stepping, like Deion Sanders.
I hope they're not streaking on the basketball court.
Hey, the minimal amount of defense that Kobe was playing in the fourth quarter, his defender might as well have been naked. That's how far back Kobe White was playing. You would assume. Check the video I got on Instagram right now. There's a dude that's hooping in tighty whities out here. He's a devil. You got to take that man out. He might as well have been hooping butt naked. That's how bad Kobe White was playing defense on him. Like he didn't want to touch him. So I can't sit here and look at Vooch and go, Vooch, why aren't you stepping up on defense? Well, I did, but Kobe's man came flying at me.
Oh, man. Streaking on the basketball court is hilarious, bro. Shout out to Josh Primo.
God. Lee. What's Stephen A doing here? Oh, no.
Next, we're going to be discussing the Bulls in these three straight games they have coming up against the Miami Heat right after this. But first, we got to get some message from one of our sponsors, and that is TurboTax. Tax season doesn't have to take over your life. This year, TurboTax is making it easier than ever to just hand things off and move on with your day, like Kobe does on defense. He just hands things off and goes about his day. With TurboTax full service, you can have your taxes done for you by a trusted local expert start to finish without the stress or guesswork. Instead of spending hours trying to figure out forms, you can meet with a local TurboTax expert in person or connect online. They'll handle everything from W-2s to self-employment forms and work to get you every deduction. You can upload your documents, go about your day, and get updates right in the TurboTax app. It's a huge time saver and gives real peace of mind knowing an expert is handling it. For a limited time, you can have your taxes done by a local TurboTax expert for just $150 all in if TurboTax expert did not file your taxes last year. Just file by February 28th. Take taxes off your plate and get back to your life. Visit TurboTax.com/local to book your appointment today. More Locked On Bulls coming up next. There. It's a little bit of a rough transition for you there,
I'm playing daddy daycare a little bit, so
okay,
sure that they're alive.
There's an excuse for that. 3 straight games coming up against the Miami Heat, Pat. Like, this was a team that had won 4 straight. We now have lost 2 straight. We found ourselves back 1 game below 500. The Miami Heat have owned this matchup. Eric Spoelstra owns Billy Donovan. Like, it's just bad. He outcoaches him every time. How you feeling coming into this 3-game stretch?
Yeah, you're gonna go 1-2. You win one. You'll win a hard-fought game where it's like very competitive, probably the first one, and you lose 2 in a row. Now, I will say this with the trade deadline coming up, and it's seeming like Miami is going to get, or is going to be a favorite to get Giannis. I don't know if you saw, was it yesterday's game? Yeah, yesterday's game I think Miami played. A lot of listed questionables.
Oh, the Miami Heat are absolutely. They're going to put like the Miami Heat. We got to talk about that at the end of the show because like Bulls fans still have this. They're convinced that the Bulls can trade for Giannis. The Bucks are doing it right. They're starting a bidding war. We're not getting Giannis Antetokounmpo. I can tell you that right now.
Now, here's the thing: the Bucks could trade for Giannis. They won't, but they could. Like they have the assets to get into a trade war for Giannis.
They don't. Pat, they want young players and tons of draft picks. They don't want Kobe White because of the money there. The Bulls aren't going to put Modest Buzelis on the table for it. Noah Essengate is not going to get you there. The Miami Heat have Khalil Ware, Tyler Hero, and 3 tradable first-round picks and 4 pick swaps they can offer.
That's different. Not wanting to trade pieces is the reason they won't do it.
Well, even if
but you could trade Modest in multiple picks.
Even if they were willing to put Modest on the table, I don't think that takes over the pick accolation. And then even with the Raptors, you're talking about I seen that the Raptors may be willing to put Scotty Barnes in their 3 available first round picks there. The Bulls can't compete in an actual trade bidding. They should put together their best trade package. I'm not saying they shouldn't offer it. There's no chance that they're going to win it though.
Hey, listen, they're not going to put together the trade package. We already saw that. AK already said he didn't want him there. I feel like Giannis all but confirmed that with his comments after that game and the windmill dunk on the way out for no reason. It's just like, what did we do to you? But no, look, like these 3 games coming up versus the Heat, who knows, right? Like realistically, I don't think that the Bulls are going to win many of them. I actually think it hurts the Bulls that they're sitting players that they might trade, because who do the Bulls usually get beat by? Dudes who we don't know their names. So more than likely, there's going to be some like Yugoslavian 3-point shooter that's going to go off for 75 points against us, all threes over the next 3 games. So, shout out to that. I don't even know who that might be. It's a G League dude. Hugo Boss. Like, yeah, I don't know what.
Fontecchio, maybe he can do it.
Who you got?
Fontecchio.
Actually, if I'm not mistaken, Fontecchio has cooked us before already.
Yeah. They have some guy on their roster named Pelly Larson.
That's the one.
Watch
what
out
I tell you. Where's he from?
Let's see. He is from. He's American.
That's actually hilarious.
Yeah.
Yo, Mike cutting out, bro.
Vladislav Golden.
There he is.
There you go.
Vladislav Golden?
Oh, wait, Golden's on that team?
Yeah, Vladislav Golden is over there.
That's crazy. Yeah, they got a couple of prime suspects here, Pat. Another guy named Myron Gardner. Never heard of him a day in my life.
Myron sounds like he's got 18 assists waiting for us.
Definitely going off for 26 points, all threes against the Chicago Bulls. Definitely happened.
We know how this goes, bro. Like I'm not even getting my hopes up on any of this. I'm not sitting here like, oh well, the Bulls are gonna catch him at the right. No, they finna lose 2 of these at least. Maybe 3.
Lee, hold on. I need to correct. Lee, they have 5 available first-round picks. It's called a Stephian rule. You can't trade picks in back-to-back years. So the most picks the Bulls can trade is 3. Just to educate you there, Lee. Keep cooking, Pat.
Yeah, no, 100%. Listen, if the Bulls were to make a trade for Giannis, like put a trade package together for Giannis, or really for any of the bigger names that are out there, it's going to cost you picks, and it's going to cost you I guess some people's favorite Bulls, because at this point I'm just like, I can't believe we're attached to any of these people heavily. Like, I can't believe we're looking at this roster at all and going, you can't get rid of X, Y, and Z. Why? Because of 24 and 25?
Yeah.
that don't do it for me.
Pretty much.
Like, I've seen enough Kobe White. I've seen enough. The one I've said the 2 I guess I've said you got to keep is Io and Josh Giddey, because they actually look like winning type players. Modest looked like a winning player last night till the 4th quarter when he decided to take off defensively. Modest looked like a really good winning player last night.
Modest for 3 quarters. Modest Buzelis looked like that player that he has the potential to be. Modest still has trouble stringing together a full 4 quarters of that. That's just it's an honest critique. We all love Modest Buzelis, but the critique of him is that he struggles with putting together full 4 quarters of consistent play. The 3 quarters are going to be amazing, but there's always 1 quarter in there that's looking like Modest. What was that, bro?
Yeah. And it just, I mean, I don't know. I don't see a lot of hope in the future of this roster. I don't see a lot of consistency in the future of this roster. I don't think that adding players like Yves Messi and Ben Mathurin, if you do go out there and do that, is going to magically change the mindset of your team. So,
see, I mean, that's where we're different. I don't think anything magically changes the mindset of your team if Billy Donovan in this front office are still. You can bring back Prime Jordan. Jordan would be like, hey, get me up off here, bro. I can't keep being coached by Billy Donovan.
No, but the thing is, you bring back Prime Jordan. Prime Jordan's not going to accept, hey, you can't play this way. Prime Jordan will punch you in the face.
Yeah, that's true. But this is a different generation, Pat. Those players would literally file a restraining order against him, then he'll be held out of practice.
Anthony Edwards might be punching people in the face over there.
You know what?
Hey, listen.
You know what it is? Anthony Edwards, he threatens to get people, his teammates' girls pregnant. You know I'll knock her up.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, listen. I'm gonna tell you this right now. There's some mugs around this league. You think Jokic ain't put some mugs in? You think some Jokic ain't put some mugs in some headlocks over there? Come on, dog.
He just point to his brothers on the sideline and be like, hey.
They had every practice.
Every practice standing on the sideline like.
Hey, you know his younger brother played for the national team and actually was cooking?
Really? That's hilarious.
I didn't know that. Or his older brother, I guess. Because I think he's the younger one, which is terrifying. His older brother played for the national team and basically had a Jokic game. Like, was hitting a turnaround hook shot. And I'm like, what the heck is happening here? He played like Jonas Valanciunas, honestly.
Can we sign him?
I think he's like 39 now. Can we sign him? It's still on the table.
It can't be worse than Vooch.
Oh, dog, we got to get into this final topic. When I saw this pop up, I said, of course we are. This is the one we're going to get. I was ready to punch somebody. I'm so tired of this organization. We'll talk about that coming up next. First, I got to tell you guys all about Rocket Money. Let's be real, managing your finances can, that word kick my butt, can feel overwhelming between subscriptions you forgot about, bills that keep going up, and trying to figure out where all your money actually goes each month. It's easy to feel like you're losing control, and who has time to track every transaction or hunt down hidden fees? That's where Rocket Money comes in, the personal finance app that helps you take control. It finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. So all you got to do, check out Rocket Money. Let Rocket Money help you reach your financial goals faster. Join rocketmoney.com/locked on. That's rocketmoney.com/locked on. rocketmoney.com/locked on. More Locked On Bulls coming up next.
All right, Pat. So the Bulls have been in several trade rumors over the course of the season. Of course, Giannis, Anthony Davis, some stuff on Ja Morant at some point in the season, Zion Williamson. We've been in some good trade rumors, but the Bulls have made a call on Jeremy Sochan. Pat, Jeremy Sochan is going to be a Chicago Bull.
Yep.
No doubt about it. But I am going to throw you with this twist, though, Pat. From what I'm reading in the Jeremy Sochan deal, it will include Patrick Williams in seconds. Just to get off Patrick Williams? I'm okay with it if that's the case. For
what's his contract?
Jeremy Sochan's contract is $7 million, but the Spurs are $10 million below the first tax apron. So just the Jeremy Sochan for Patrick Williams swap is legal. If they do want to put a little bit more space underneath that first tax apron, they can include Bismack Biyombo, who the Bulls would then have to immediately waive. So there you go.
Bismack Biyombo still in the NBA,
bro. It's still in the league, man.
Bro, Bismack Biyombo, if I'm not mistaken, was drafted by a team that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, the Charlotte Bobcats.
Was he? Okay, so I'm not tripping. That was a Michael Jordan high pick too.
Yeah, remember, and he thought he was going to be the next Tyson Chandler.
That was terrible. Wow. I mean, if you can get off of, because Jeremy Sochan has
he's a restricted free
agent next year. I'm not fighting for him. Like, I'm gonna just be real with you. Like, but see, he's gonna sign him. No, don't do it. Don't do it. He's
former top 10 pick. Jeremy Sochan was 9th overall.
Bro, he's gonna sign him, bro. He's gonna sign him.
Well, here's what I'm throwing.
and remember, Jeremy Sochan was playing point guard for the Spurs for a little while.
Yeah. Well, that was one partial season he did. That's when we should have known Pop was not going to be coaching much longer, bro. That's what Pop was just doing. Stuff,
man, I praise the Pop, bro. Pop.
Seeing him walk with a cane was heartbreaking, bro.
Pop was moving a little right. Like, I get it's a stroke, so I mean, like you don't know what the mobility was and stuff like that, but that was stunning to see somebody who was so strong through our lives. Now, granted, Pop is like almost 80, ain't he?
That sounds about right. So, but to get back on the Jeremy Sochan thing, the only way I'd be in on that if like I said, if you're getting off, because then you're saving long term. Trading P. Will and then getting nothing but expiring contract back, that can be the difference between signing a player. Not like at that point, you're probably looking at Io occupying that space for that same 18 to 19 million per year, and now you keep your cap flexibility elsewhere. If you're able to do that.
I mean, listen, it truly is. We've talked about it. We said we're gonna make this a full topic, but just kind of Patrick Williams is the biggest mistake AK has made.
Yes, and that will be the opening topic tomorrow on Friday's episode.
It has truly held him back. So if you get to a point where Patrick Williams is not on the team, maybe you start to figure some things out. Like, clearly you're going to have a phenomenal cap space, because I think Jeremy Sochan, if I just looked it up, it's $6 million right now.
$7
million right now. Like, yeah, do it. Like, if you can get off of P. Will's contract, do it. And then please, God, don't sign him. Like, I don't believe in the 11 points. Now, he is better P. Will in a sense, consistently 11 points.
Except this year, he's averaging like 4.2 points this year.
He ain't playing. Well, yeah, he is. No, he ain't playing nearly as much this year.
Yeah.
He went from 25 minutes a game to 13 minutes a game because he wouldn't pass Wemby the ball. I'm gonna tell you what, some other mugs on that team. I don't understand it. Throw the 7'5" dude the basketball.
Well,
I'm watching a lot of Spurs ball this year.
There's some times where Wemby the basketball, and I get frustrated with that too, bro, because you're too big, too talented, bro.
Well, hey, somebody figured something out. It was like get a legit sized big and make sure he don't get down low.
No, they're still putting wings on him. They're still sometimes getting away with putting small forwards on Wemby and pushing him out the paint. Until Wemby fixes that, bro.
Last night, Şengün was throwing them bows at him.
Yeah, for sure.
Şengün was hitting. He was like, "You're not coming down here, bro." It was impressive to see. But yeah, I mean, listen, if it comes down to getting rid of P. Will, I love it. Just don't get bamboozled by the 11 points and 6 rebounds that you feel like you need, or the defensive presence that you think that he may be, because he is not.
Yeah. I that's the only way I'd be in on it, because otherwise it's like we got three Jeremy Sochans on this team already. P. Will, Julian Phillips, and Dalen Terry are here already.
He gonna get rid of him and then re-sign him to a 4-year, $90 million contract. We'll be like, "It's P. Will now. What are you doing?" Hey, K can't help himself.
My God!
I must sign him to $90 million. I do not know why.
The trauma.
Hey,
All
Kay,
right.
what were your thoughts at the trade deadline? Oh, we saw Jeremy. We thought we have a good opportunity to make the team better. And
capping for Patrick Williams after a 0 for everything game where he couldn't score a single point where we needed him to do something is crazy.
Oh, brother, he was snelling it up out there, wasn't he? He was real snelly.
All right, we getting him out of here, Pat. Go ahead and send this off.
Follow us on everything at Locked On Bulls. You can follow me on everything at Pat the Designer. Gross. This team's gross.
You guys can follow me at CEO Haize. Locked On Bulls is free and available on every podcasting app and platform of your choice, as well as YouTube, the Odyssey app, Amazon Fire TV, Roku TV, and Fubo TV. Basically, anywhere you want us, you can get it. We'll catch you guys bright and early tomorrow, y'all. Peace.